Oh my God, I'm so excited.
My gosh.
Oh
Look, I
my
pushed all the right buttons. I'm so excited.
gosh. For a second there, I was like, wait a minute, where'd she go?
Girl, I'm just over here pushing buttons. They told me just push a bunch of buttons. It should be fine. It's fine. Oh my gosh, how exciting is this?
I know.
I
Right?
mainly wanted to be the front row seat to see what's all that I saw you unpacking in that car today. That was a mess. Your car was literally packed in that little SUV. Oh my gosh, LaDonna.
Yeah, and I didn't show you the back seat. I was just like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the back seat.
I know I only saw the whole back hatch part was completely full and you were like, "Oh, and there's a couple more boxes in the seat." I was like, "Where?"
Hey, I have become an expert of cramming stuff in that car. I have a picture one time where Sky and I and my mom went to Walnut, Iowa, the antique capital of Iowa.
Mhm.
And I got a piece of furniture that we had them bring up from their basement, which I was like, I don't know how you got that down there, but I want that. And somebody got to figure out how to bring it upstairs. But there is a picture of my mom in the car sitting on said furniture.
Oh
The
Lord.
car was so full. Technically, she wasn't buckled in anywhere.
Oh no.
And we had I think it was about a 40-minute drive home. It was just like, and she was just telling all her friends, look what my daughter does to me.
Make you ride on the furniture like the clampets.
That's what we looked like going down the road. I was like, oh my
You
God.
know, like Granny sitting in the rocking chair in that big old. Oh my gosh, that is hysterical. Uh, I'm already crying. This is what we do all day long on Marco Polo, y'all.
It
A
was
hot
the
mess.
best. It was the best. So, well, one of those whole flats I showed you was full of the charming tails stuff. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Kim. Hey, Val. Um,
Hey Val, hey Kim, look at all those new friends.
I know. If y'all don't know, this is Beth,
Hey y'all.
Carolina Sweet Treats Pretties.
Just the princess part is the important part, LaDonna. She always forgets that part. She'll say sweet treats and pretties, this big long part. It's the princess part,
I did.
LaDonna.
I said Carolina's Princess Sweet Treat.
Princess.
It's too freaking long,
That's why it's
girl.
just Carolina Princess on here. Because the sweet treats and pretties is my business tag. And we've had that for, oh my gosh, 10, 12 years. But that's how we got started. So that's where the sweet treats and pretties came in because that's what we were known for. But we have morphed. It's been a morphing thing. Can you imagine if they start letting us do a three people, me, you, and Cheryl? Nothing will get done.
I
That'd be
have to
hysterical.
apologize up front then if that happens. Although it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun.
It would be a lot
Um,
of fun. We're a blast.
yeah.
We're a blast in a glass. We
Yeah.
are.
Cheryl was dismantling a couch in her basement earlier.
When we say dismantle, we don't mean she took said cushions off
No.
and took it apart like, ooh, here's the seat and here's the seat. Nope.
Yeah.
She ripped that sucker. She ripped that sucker up. It was hysterical. And she's so little bitty. That's what cracks me up.
I know. I was just all I could keep thinking was, please tell me you videoed that, because my whole tagline was that don't make her mad, don't make her mad.
She has, what'd she do it with? A hammer?
Yeah.
Just a hammer. She took the springs out. She took the wood pieces out. She took, oh my gosh. I I was like, can you see her little tiny self just maneuvering and manhandling that couch? That's hysterical.
No, I wanted to see Steve's face when he came home.
Does Steve even know that she's done that yet?
I don't know. I don't
That's going to
know.
be so funny.
Yes, we're talking about you.
Y'all, I'm telling you, it's the ice cream man. Every time I am live, the ice cream man comes by
The
my
ding ding
street.
man.
I think that he knows that I'm not available to come outside because any other time he doesn't come. So, boo on him.
Alrighty. So I thought I would
He
um
wasn't surprised. He's been with me for 12 years.
well, that's it. Mike left earlier for KC, and he was like, "So what are you going to be doing while I'm gone?" I'm like, "What's it to you?" I'm not telling you.
I'm telling you, Kim, I think he does it on purpose because he knows I can't go get no ice creams. Uh,
Alrighty. Alrighty. So a few weeks back, Cheryl and I went to our favorite thrift store that was having a 50% off sale. I never come out of there without a trunk load full.
that's
It
an
just jumps
understatement.
in my cart, just I have no control over it. It just so I thought I would show you what all I got, and I seriously think I managed to get someone's entire Charming Tales collection. If they had more, I'd be like, I don't know where you're gonna put it. And it's really kind of funny that I came across this because I had been to another thrift store a couple of weeks before, and they had a whole bunch of Charming Tales, but it was all like retail priced, at the thrift. And I was like, oh, I'll just be sitting here. And then lo and behold, I go to my favorite and it's half off. And I'm like, and I kept putting it in the buggy, and I go a few rows down. I find more, and I'm putting it in my buggy. I found a squirrel one for Cheryl.
Oh, well, that was nice. We find all kinds of things. I've got like a pile for when y'all come. I have a
Right?
pile for this person, a pile for this person, waiting for
Mm-hmm.
y'all to get here.
Yeah. So that's what today's gonna be. It's gonna be a haul. Um, and I found like all kind of seasons. It's crazy. So like one of the first ones I got was this little
Oh, wait, let
ornament
me
for a
tap you and make
teacher.
you big.
Isn't that so cute?
I guess I can't make you big, right, LaDonna? And remember, this is my first time on this.
Not when you're co-host. So I will do my co-host big on my laptop usually. You can click over there and
Okay,
see.
so go through the website to
Yeah.
see it. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you. We'll figure it out, y'all. Okay.
Isn't it funny, Kim, the things that you find yourself looking for? I mean, like, when I'm going through the ephemera, I'm like, is there a beaver in here anywhere?
Who collects beavers, Kim?
It's been a whole thing on Misty's morning show, beavers, showing her beaver.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I mean, I've been there for that. I mean, not really. I'm really not
Uh-huh.
there. I'm at work. I'm not there. Y'all didn't see me, nothing. But I have been witness to that.
Right. And then I got this little guy. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh.
Oh, those are darling, LaDonna.
I thought they were adorable.
Beavers are hot this year.
Yeah. And then we have the little chickmunk. And he's got a diaper on him.
Oh my gosh, those are adorbs. I don't know that I've ever seen those. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
like this is for baby's first Christmas is what this one is for. I have
See,
not seen the ornaments
if you had a
before.
booth, LaDonna, you could
Mm-hmm.
just hang those on one of those stretching. What do you call those little wooden stretch accordion? Back in the day, they had the little woodens with the pegs on them,
Oh yeah.
and you could just hang those on there, and just
Mm-hmm.
they would be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get them into a booth.
Look at this one.
Oh, they're
There's two
sleeping.
peas. Two peas in a pod. They're so cute.
That's cute. Cheryl says she thinks they're from the hoarder house.
I don't know. This
Like
has
they got
been a
dropped off
while
at the.
since. It's been a while though since the hoarder house. I don't. Um. Yeah, Cheryl, we talked about this. Steve and Donna picked that place clean. And I had this guy. Look, he's got a little butterfly on his head, and
Oh,
he's
with the
looking at the little
shroom.
snail, right? You got the little bee over here, and then the little ladybug on him. It's so cute.
Those are super cute. The detail in those are great.
I know. Aren't they great? They're so like lifelike. Look at this guy. He's riding a
Oh,
bird.
he's happy.
Yep. And then you got the little ladybug back here. And
Oh
another
my
little
gosh, now I gotta
snail.
find some of those. Those are cute.
They're super adorable. Yeah, I mean, I found several when we were at the hoarder house too, Cheryl. Um, but I really wasn't, sure about picking them up, because I didn't really know anything about them.
Oh.
And now I'm like, I should have picked them up. But that's okay. I got a good deal on these. Look at this one.
Oh, for Santa's reindeer.
Yeah, he's pulling his little carrot. It's so
So how
cute.
many do you think is in that flat?
Oh, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 17,
She's still counting.
18, 4, 5,
I'm still working. Been working all day on my day off today. LaDonna, are
I
you
think I
still
got
counting?
about 50.
In one flat.
Yep. Yep.
For the
And
love of all that's holy, you'll never get all those listed.
right. Well, some of them, are different holidays, so I'll put them aside
Oh,
for
okay.
like Easter or something. Um, and like you had the bunny with the bird. The ones I'm going to focus on first are like the autumn and Christmas ones. Getting those listed. The Easter ones I'll put up. Look at
Now,
this
did you
one.
cherry pick these or did you just buy the lot?
No, they're individual. You had to buy them individual.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
stood there and picked all these out.
Yeah. And I would go, as I would go down the rows, there would be, I thought I had picked them all up, and then there'd be another group of them in another section. And when I was up front checking out, I was like, they were like Easter eggs that just kept popping up everywhere. Everywhere I was looking.
And what's the official name of them?
These are Charming Tales. They're by Fitz and Floyd. So, like this one is called Paint by Paws.
I'm going to write that down.
And it is so cute. Well, and see, this place, what they do is they go in after an estate sale is
Mm-hmm.
done, and they will buy out what's left from the
Oh,
estate
okay.
sale.
Maybe that's why Cheryl's saying that.
Yeah, I don't, but there wasn't a lot. I don't know. I mean, Steve and Donna, some of our reseller friends had been back to that house twice, so I don't think these came from that house.
Oh, that's right. Cheryl, didn't you find a whole bunch of those Mary Moo things? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then we had these two. It takes two to tango.
Oh, little happy anniversary.
I thought that was cute.
That's cute. Those are darling.
I had this little guy for Valentine's.
Those are so cute.
So like I'll stick him in the Valentine box and focus on the ones that, need to get listed quicker. For the summer, look at this. He's got his little sunglasses, his beach ball, his umbrella, his little suntan lotion, his towel.
I just bought yesterday, because I left work early to go thrifting because why wouldn't you? Anyway, I saw one of those cherished teddies, and
Mm-hmm.
she is got her little bathing cap and a beach ball too. She's super cute.
That's so funny. I know. Yeah, Cheryl. You're just yakking. Oh my god. So we have this one. It says sending a little snow your way. And look, he's got a little snowflake in his
Oh, that's
paw.
darling.
So I thought he was cute. And I got this one. This is You're a True Blue Friend. And this one is a limited edition and signed.
Yeah, those Tom Clarks, that when you said it signed, those
Mm-hmm.
Tom Clarks, I have been given, my friends drop stuff off at my house all the time, but they I have sold 4 of those,
Mm-hmm.
and those do pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then look, we have him sleeping in the bird nest with the mama
Oh,
looking
they're
down on him.
they're friends.
Right? And then this one for Valentine's.
My
And
gosh.
this one says, All I can give to you is. So it's sitting on a spool of ribbon. But the detail on these
Stupid.
guys is crazy.
So who did I watch today? She did a haul. I can't remember names for the people on VAMP yet. She did a little haul today,
Oh,
cute
I
as a
think
bug.
Brooke. I think it was
Brooke,
Brooke.
and
Mm-hmm.
she had some of those Christmas spools of Christmas ribbon. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it was Brooke. Thank you for that.
And then this one is Chickie Back Ride. So you got the mouse riding the
Not the
chick.
chick.
Oh, so cute. And then we have this one is How Many Candles?
Oh, so birthday.
Yeah, it's got the birthday cake. And it's got all the candles around him.
Yeah,
Super
those are
cute.
darling.
So, well, like I said, they were the right price, so I snagged them. I was just like, oh, that's too good of a deal. This one is Home Tweet Home. And it's
It's
got the
the
little
detail. I mean, their little faces are
well, and
adorable.
they do their faces so well. I mean, they look
Uh-huh.
so lifelike. And majority of the time, you'll find a ladybug on them.
A ladybug is my spiritual signal from God. When I
Mm-hmm.
see a ladybug like near me or on me when I'm thinking about something,
Mm-hmm. But look, it's
hmm
got dogwood.
that's the South Carolina tree, I think.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of them I have dupes on, but that's okay.
Well, can't you list those quantity
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Look at this one. He's holding the flower and the ladybug's on his tail. And
Oh,
there's
they
a
really
little
are good.
snail.
God, my air conditioner sounds like a helicopter.
That one. And then this one is You Quack Me Up.
Oh,
Look, he's laughing at the duck. Look, he's got a
with
little
his little mouth
ladybug.
open.
It's so cute.
They are cute.
They
I've never
are.
even, I've probably seen them and didn't know what they were.
Because I used to just walk by this kind of stuff because I
I
was just
definitely wouldn't have
like,
known Fitz and Floyd.
right. But I have since learned about them. But you want to pick them up at the right price. And again, like this is a duplicate of the one. So these I'll probably put back for like Easter. And then we got There was only one that had a literal year put on it, but I went ahead and picked it up because I have found that people that collect
Mm-hmm.
these usually are looking for them. So this one was 1995, and he's got his little chisel. And look, he broke his little hammer. Cheryl, I think that was you. Broke your little hammer.
Look at Cheryl breaking her hammer over there.
Oh my gosh. And I have this one. Look at this one. He's got an acorn top
I was gonna
as
say, is that
the,
a top of an acorn?
yeah, for the little
Oh my
umbrella,
gosh.
as for the stroller. Little mouse pushing the baby. And this one is called a Christmas stroll.
Yeah, so cute.
It's absolutely adorable. And then I have this one. And I did
Oh,
see
the
the
little reindeer.
string in the bottom of the box, so I just need to attach it over here and put it. Because I
She
was looking
said,
at the, I was
Kim
looking
said, are
at,
those bunnies or they were they mice in the stroller?
yeah, these are bunnies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not all of the Charming Tales are mice, from what I used to think they were only mice, but apparently not. But yeah, so I saw the red string sitting in the bottom of the box, and I was like, I wonder what that's for. Well, now I know. It
Um,
would have went right here, but you just run it through. So that's all I'm just gonna run it through. But look how cute. It's on this little rocking horse.
it is cute.
So
Yeah, you could just replace the string.
right, right. And look at this. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Look, they're in a paper
Oh, I love
airplane.
it.
And this one is called Just Plain Friends.
Aw.
So cute.
The one in the bag is like, let's do this.
Right. Oh my gosh. And then I have this one, Baby's First Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
And he's got the leaf as his blanket.
So
And his little feet.
that's kind of a fall, like he was born in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the year? Does it say 1994?
Yeah. But I was just like, that is too cute not to pick up. And then for St. Patrick's Day, there was
Mm.
one. They had some Halloween ones, but I think they were all damaged. All the Halloween ones were
Oh no.
damaged. I was really upset. It's like,
Yeah.
darn it.
As much as we try to get Halloween.
Right. And
Hi,
then
Jacqueline.
have take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. And then he's got his little aspirin behind him. I was like, that is too cute. So if you knew a doctor or somebody, And then there was this one, Give the Best Hugs. I thought that would be cute for like a grandparent, I
Yeah,
think.
Grandparents' Day or something. Oh, you mean
Mm-hmm.
the voice of Veronica who comes over, Cheryl?
Right? The the one where you're like going, where's that? And then we got One Mouse Open Sleigh.
Oh, that's cute. And they use their little leaf.
I know, isn't that adorable?
They are
And
super
look,
cute.
it's like little
Yikes.
acorns. I was like, that is so funny. And then we have, what is this one? You know what? They put the stickers right on top of the saying. Sweetie Pie.
Aw.
So he's got the little cherry on top. Little ladybug over there. He's sitting in the whipped cream.
It's a way to do it. Sit in the whipped cream.
Right? Then this guy is Jingle Bells. And see, he's a skunk. Or is he a Or is he a badger? No, he's a skunk, I
Let me
think.
see. What's the tail look like?
So he's got white on his tail. So would he
Is
be a badger or would he be a skunk?
I think he might be a skunk. I'm looking up here because I have a teeny tiny wall pocket that's a skunk.
Uh-huh.
And with that stripe down the back, it looks like it would be a. It looks like it'd be. I know, right? Badger or skunk? He's still cute.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take
Mm-hmm.
him. Oh, buttercream
Um,
frosting, Cheryl. You know I love it.
uh, and then we have midday snooze. Look how cute.
I should have
Using
done
the
that today, but I
carrots.
did not midday snooze. I should have though.
He's using the carrots. And he says, oh, look, and it's got the weight.
And so that
And
one's a
then,
bunny. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like the Chiquita sticker would have been up here. So cute. All right. We just got a few more.
You know what I noticed about VAMP? Because you know this is my first time on VAMP.
Mm-hmm.
So is that there's no lag.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So that's like I'm used to being able to do something and then turn and look, and
Mm-hmm.
then catch it, but there's no lag. That it's kind of weirded me out a little. I gotta work on that.
All right. And then I've had this one before. This is the Valentine's one. This is Love Potion. And like they have the little
Yeah.
thing to make it look like it's spraying. And then he's sitting on the atomizer.
That's
How
cute.
cute. They are. I love Harmony Kingdom. Ah, I love finding those because I like all the weird things when you open them up.
Uh-oh, Cheryl.
And then we have the little mouse sitting on his squash and the pumpkin.
Like a little harvest.
Mm-hmm. He's super cute. And look at this guy. He is the ring bearer.
So he does look like a little skunk.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have
How
like a
cute.
hairpiece? Like right in the top, like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
hairpiece?
Well, they like parted his hair like a little dandy. So funny.
He got his wedding hair on today.
Right. Oh my god. And then this one is Mackenzie's holiday hat. Look at him.
Oh my gosh, that's adorbs.
So he's sitting in a Santa
Santa
hat.
hat. Oh
Oh,
my
he's like, that is so
gosh.
cute.
You picked some really good ones.
I thought so. I got this one.
Oh,
It's with
there's a
his
little
little,
fall jack-o'-lantern.
yeah. And
Like a
he's
like a jack o'
building a
snowman.
pumpkin.
Building, do you want to build a pumpkin?
And the ladybug is on top of the broom. I think he was the only Halloweenish one that I found that wasn't damaged.
Hmm.
Because there were some really, really cute ones, and I picked them up and went, and then this one is dashing through the snow. So he's went through a snowbank.
I love that his little mouth is open, like, yeah.
Right.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for helping
So
me.
cute. Hey, Karen. And we have Not a Creature Was Stirring.
Oh, that would be fabulous with the book. Like to pair it with a little vintage Night Before Christmas and sell
Uh-huh.
it as a set in the shop. I would have books and I would have little figurines and they wouldn't sell. But once I started pairing them together in like a little bag tied up, I sold like 6 in 1 week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we have Sending All My Love.
Sitting on.
So he's got the mail pouch on his back. And he's dropping his Valentines in the mail.
You got some good Valentine ones.
Yeah. And then the last one I got was this one. It's not the same without you.
Aw,
I know.
that one's sweet.
I thought so. Look, he's got a little tear on him. I was like, oh, that's so sad. So that was my haul of Charming Tales.
No, that was not your haul. That was one flat.
Yeah, that was just one flat.
So did you get more flats of those?
No, the rest of the stuff was um there are a couple of really cool mid-century cats. One's a wall pocket that I have never seen before. I got a antique cider pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I got a signed paperweight as well that I need to research. I got I found a brass cigarette case, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's Union Pacific. Um, so I have a lot of railroad, memorabilia, and Union Pacific stuff does really well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get that listed. I got 2 wall rosaries. One is like a wood, and the other is like acrylic frosted beads. They're
Mm-hmm.
huge. Cheryl saw them. They that was one of the first things I grabbed when I went through there, and I didn't realize it was even 2 of them. Until I went to check out, and he was like doing 2 tags, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was only 1. It was 2.
Wow.
um, what else did I get in there? Um, I think I got some chocolate boxes, um, some glass, a lot of good stuff. It was like I said, I had 3 big flats full of stuff and scarves. I got more scarves.
If we could only get in that basement, if we could only just get in there, Cheryl. I mean,
So
Cheryl's been
let
there,
me
but
grab you. Let me grab this, and I will show you.
I want to know what all these buttons are on the bottom. Was that muted or unmuted?
Well, one is your go live to YouTube. The one that has the little eye symbol thing is the go live. This is the receipt.
Okay, so have I been muted this whole time?
No.
Because that button's been pushed this whole time. Unless I'm on it 2 different places, so it must be
Oh,
picking up over here.
yeah, one's muted, one's not. So, yeah.
Well, now we know what that button does. I think the
Hmm.
arrows like this turn the camera to the other
Yes.
side.
Yes.
And the arrow pointing up, is that to like push out the light? What is that to do? See that little like this and
Yeah, I
there's an
don't
arrow?
know. I don't know what that one does.
LaDonna, she could wrap herself in that receipt.
Hmm. Cheryl said I need to do a short with the receipt.
That's the longest receipt I've ever seen somebody thrift. I bet those people saw you coming and they were like, she has got to be kidding. I'm going to close down my line and y'all take over the rest.
Yeah, they know when they do 50% off sale, it's mainly resellers that come in there, and it's it's busy. Although that day was not as busy as when I went for the 4th of July sale. The 4th of July sale was completely insane. And I thought people would be busy doing something else for the
Mm-hmm.
4th of July. And so I was glad I got there early. So I made it a point. I told Cheryl, I said, picking you up, we're going to get there a half hour before they open so that we can be at the front of the line.
I don't know that I've ever stood in line for, oh my gosh, anything, an estate sale or anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they, like I said, it's, and this thrift store is not your typical thrift. It's like, a lot of it is stuff that came from an estate sale, quite literally. And they have
So
at
do
the
they just donate it to this place or do they?
both.
Mm,
There are donations, but then there's also, like I said, they have deals with these estate companies, so that at the end of the sale they'll come buy out. Like one estate sale recently had so much mid-century stuff that he told me it took him 3 days to load out, and this was after their sale. And I was thinking it wasn't worth going. No, we should have went. Honestly, and and he showed us a few of the things that he has kept for his own personal collection. He had a needlepoint, an antique needlepoint that was like ginormous, the
mm.
kind that you only see like in a gallery.
Cheryl said that's when she walked to your house, remember?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want to miss it. And LaDonna, I don't want you to go out of your way. So she started walking and then had the creeper man.
I
That's right. You
know.
did have the creeper man.
He was. He was like right behind her. I was like, that's just really weird looking.
Kim says she stands in lines for estate sales. She have lots of them in Arizona. Oh, retirement communities. Yeah. True, true, true. Yeah.
Do I have the photos of what, Cheryl?
Yes, she is going to make me a shirt that says, I have a question, which is hysterical because we used to call my mom the queen of questions. She could ask more questions in a rapid fire sequence. You couldn't even answer them. I have a lot of questions because I'm fearful to do something wrong. So I'm just like, wait, do I understand this and all this stuff? And Cheryl said, I'm going to make you a shirt that says, I have a question. 80 Goodwills in the Phoenix area. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. I don't even know how many are in Houston, in the Houston area. That's crazy.
I don't think
80
I
seems
took
like a
a.
lot.
Yeah, Cheryl, I think it was in my. I took a video of it and I put it in the the last 50% off haul video is where I did it, because he also kept like a bronze piece that was the size of a coffee table. It was
Yikes, that's
crazy.
big. What do you do with something that big, though?
I don't know. It was gorgeous. And the funny thing is, I have that bronze piece, but I have it on a smaller scale.
Yeah, I mean, even
So,
in my booth and stuff, I don't like really, really big pieces because it's that space is real estate, right?
right.
13 estate sales this weekend in your area, says Cheryl. We don't have savers. Now, there is a DI, Kim. There is a DI here. I've been to it one time. Very organized, very like, I like the way that it was laid out. Salvation Armies, we don't really have them like everybody else has them.
So it was this, but it
Yeah.
was the size of the coffee table.
But what do you do with that?
I don't know what he's going to do with this. This, my parents got when we lived in Greece, and it was my Mima's because they would buy her stuff when we were overseas. So when she died, anything that he bought her reverted back to
Mhm.
whoever bought it. And so
Oh, that's a good idea.
I ended up with this bronze and some others in her whole crystal collection. And that caused a bit of hard feelings with his sisters.
Oh, I do
And
hope they
he
were able
was,
to get past that.
well, he was like, well, then I guess you should have bought her nice things.
We don't have bag walls here. I mean, almost never do we see a bag wall. And if you do, it is literally like whatever was left in the bottom of a box or a bin. We had a Goodwill bins that I like. Well, we had two that I like to go to, and apparently they are closed down. And Shelly said that the one that it moved to
Mm-hmm.
is this massive, huge warehouse. But when they first opened, I don't know if it's now, there's no AC. Honey, we live in Texas. It's still like today it was cool. I almost had to put on a jacket in the house. It was a good 88.
Well,
But yesterday it was still 103.
last year when I was down
Said I'm not coming.
at mom's for her, I think it was in the summer. It was before she had her surgery. But we were in Pensacola because I fly into Pensacola. And we decided to go to several antique malls along Navy Boulevard.
Mm.
And we hit this one that had no AC in the back. And I about died. I mean, I found stuff, but I think it was the fastest shopping I'd ever done. And there were some things that I really wanted to look at. They had some, what do you call it? Natusi? I don't know. It's these little carved little figurines, and they sell really, really well. But it was
Oh, I
so,
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it starts
Um,
with an N, and I can never say it right.
not
And
Nat- not Nat- not Nat- Natusi. Oh,
you know what I'm thinking, yeah. But they, I, Kat did a whole thing about them, and I was like, I should have picked those up. I should have picked those up. But I could not wait to get out of that part of the store.
you're
I was
burning up.
dying. I was absolutely dying. And then we go down the road to the next place, and we were like, we come in, we were like, oh, thank God you have an AC. And he was like, why wouldn't we? It's the middle of the summer. It's like 100 degrees outside. And I said, yeah, the store down the road didn't have any AC. And he was like, what? And I said, uh-huh, yeah, a metal building, no AC. Now, if you were a vendor in there, how mad would you be? Because it wasn't because the AC didn't work. You know what her reason was? Her reason was she didn't want to pay the AC bill.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ain't nobody coming in your store to sweat.
So all I was thinking was, okay, you have two problems here. People like me that come in there that cannot tolerate heat,
Mm-hmm.
I can
You can't
easily
find it.
pass out in something like that. And then your people that are paying rent, they're not making any money because nobody can be back there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have a problem with that as a booth person. Karen says
Mm-hmm.
she's finally going to get to go tomorrow. Yeah, there's a store here. I personally think that he I hate to say he's a hoarder, but I kind of think he's a hoarder of very nice things. So we'll say collector. There's a collector who owns a shop not far down the street. However, Dolores is the one who actually showed me where this place was because I've lived here forever and I didn't know, but she used to live here and that place was there then. And it's like two buildings. And she was like, oh, you got to go. Now, granted, she came in February and she was like, oh, you got to go. You got to go. So by the time I get to go and I'm off work, it's like June. Y'all, they didn't have any AC. They had these big fans. I was dying. It was like, because it's so packed and it's stuff you really, really, really want to look at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to really look in nook and crannies, but you can't because it's a heat wave. And to help, he opened the door. Honey, this is Houston. You don't
Mm-hmm.
open the door to get a breeze in Houston, okay? You open the door to get heat stroke.
Well, that's
So,
it. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, I was like, I'm struggling to understand. You own an antique store.
yeah.
Um, you can't pay your AC bill if you can't get people in here. I mean, you have
Hmm.
to cost of doing business.
Yeah, and those vendors, you're right. The ones in the back where nobody was going. It's not, but it can be. Y'all, we've been planning there. The girls are coming down, and I started thinking of all the places, but where I am not in Houston. I'm on the outskirts of Houston. Hey, Christy girl. Look at me, I'm on VAMP. I'm so excited. So where I am, you can do little jukes, and just 20 minutes down the road is Rosenberg. Rosenberg itself on one street is nothing but on this side and this side, around the corner and down, is nothing but antique shops, antique shops,
Mm-hmm.
antique shops. I mean, there's just so many little places to go within 20, 30 minutes, even 2 hours. I mean, we're just gonna, that there's just so much to do. There's more to do than they have time to do it in, I'm
Mm-hmm.
fearful, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to
Mm-hmm.
pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. I know. I watched Lady Beth a few times go down
Hmm.
to the Galleria Goodwill. And I was just like, I was very curious. Have you been to that one?
No, Cheryl sent me the news clip about all the Bayou things going on. I said, honey, we don't go down there.
Right.
That's not where we go. Now, I do have a friend who lives in the Heights area. And I mean, the Heights is a high end area, as LaDonna knows,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
they have thrift stores down there, lots of clothes and stuff, but they often have home decor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she goes all the time, and because she lives there and she's
Mm-hmm.
used to that. Me, I'm not about being in that traffic.
No, the Galleria is crazy. I used to live on Westminster Drive down in the
Oh wow,
Galleria.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Before I had Skylar, I was in a little apartment on Westminster, and then we moved up to the Woodlands area after that. And then when we got married, we moved down to Pearland. But yeah, so I'm very familiar because our office, I think it was Twin Oaks was where Mike had to
Uh-huh.
work at the Galleria, and
Yeah.
then I had to go into the downtown Houston office, the main Enron building. But yeah, that was the place to be when you were young and single. It was kind of a crazy area, and the traffic was insane when we lived there 20 years ago.
All right. So there is Kim asked about the brass armadillo
Yes,
antique mall. There's
yes.
one in Gonzales, Texas, but I think that is south. Gonzales, I believe, is like very southwest of me, like San
Hmm.
Antonio of
Hmm.
me. And then there is one, because I had to Google it. I didn't know. Um,
We
then
have
there
one here in Omaha. I love it.
then there says there's one in San Antonio, or San Antonio as they call it. And they got several. I was just looking to see. This one is in Gonzales, but Gonzales looks like it's over there by San Antonio too. Now San Antonio is not very far.
Yeah, I lived in San Antonio
Yeah.
that was when I first got, I call it my big girl job.
Yeah.
Um, I had to drive to Jackson, Mississippi and interview with Jack McClanahan. I can remember who interviewed me because I was terrified. And I kept asking him, if you send me to Connecticut or Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, are you going to pay me what I would be making, in San Antonio? Because he sent me over with government services, is where I started with Ross Perot, electronic data systems. So I had to go to Dallas for training for a couple of weeks. Then I got shipped out. You don't find out where you're going until the end of the session. So then they moved me to San Antonio. where I stayed there for about a year. And then I had to go back to Plano, Texas for 2 months of what we call boot camp.
That's too much of traveling, and
It
Texas
was
is too big to
hell.
be doing all that.
You got 1 weekend
Hey, Michelle.
off, 1 weekend off that entire time. It was hell week,
Yeah, no.
literally. We would do 2 and 3 in the morning. We're doing chariot races and chairs down the hallway. One guy completely lost it. Like his briefcase was in the classroom, his truck was in the parking lot. I mean, because they told you it was to break you. Whoever made it out was
And this is
who,
for IT or for real
yeah,
boot camp?
yeah, it was IT. It
Yeah, no.
was the most intense. My class was full of internationals. Um, so we had this 2 guys from London. Then we had this chick from Brazil who we kept having to explain you have to wear a top when you go to the pool. You cannot, that was a big deal. Well, I was just like looking at her like, what? Why? Okay, I get it. I lived in Europe. I get it. I get it. But why are you having trouble with this concept?
She took that to heart, girlfriend.
So she had this little suspender bathing suit on, and I'm like, no, no,
Ma'am,
honey,
we need to
no.
cover our lady and our bits, okay?
We had a guy from Saudi who made sure he let me know what he thought about women
Mm.
and that I should be at home barefoot in the kitchen. That was all I was good for. I didn't have a brain, brain cell in my head. I, I was like, and you, sir, took a bath in your cologne. Can you move on down? You're a little too close. You're in my
And it might
space.
be Avon, and it ain't even a good Avon.
They had talked to that man. They had talked to him. It was horrendous.
Uh,
But that's how I learned to do public speaking because part of the training was they would record you and then play back. And you would see yourself doing things that you had no idea. People were usually doing like holding their hands in front of them. That's what you call the fig leaf.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hysterical because they'd be like going, I didn't know I was doing that. So then when I got through with
She
that,
said, been there, LaDonna.
when I got through with that, they were like, you either are going to Virginia or you have to go like Herndon, Virginia or Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. And I'm like, that sounds really cold.
Ain't got no beach. I might need to show my lady
I was just
bits.
like,
Me and
I
my
don't know
friend
about
over here, we
this.
can't go there. We got to show our lady bits at the pool.
I was just like, oh, I don't know about this. And so that's how I ended up at Enron was they transferred me out of government services and put me in the energy sector.
Mm.
So I moved to Houston, worked for Continental Airlines for a little while, and then Enron bought my contract. But yeah, the whole time I was in San Antonio, I was at Fort Sam Houston is where
Oh,
my
yeah.
office was, and it was a condemned building that had been condemned 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
holes in the floors,
Mm-hmm.
in an army building. So your air and heat was controlled by Washington. Literally, it was crazy, craziest thing I ever seen. And the women were not allowed to wear pants. You had to wear a skirt, nude pantyhose. You could not wear any other color, had to be nude, and you had to wear heels. And I was like, I'm freaking freezing. Can I wear some pants? Because it is, on the rare occasion in San Antonio, it did get cold.
Yeah, sometimes when we get 13-degree freezing and
Hmm.
nobody's energy can keep up with that. But Christy said, did you work for Enron?
Yes, I was there during the collapse. In fact, we were brought into the trading floor. We didn't know what was going on. We were like, where are all the energy traders? I mean, this is a huge, like 45-story building.
Mm.
Um, and we were like, where are all the day traders? You know? And so they brought all the people that worked for the pipeline, which was turned out to be the only piece that was making any money and wasn't in trouble. So they brought us all in there, and we were standing there, and I remember someone started pointing to the monitor because those dummies had left the TVs on, because when you're working on a trading floor, they got Wall Street, they got all that stuff going because, they're literally doing stock exchange kind of stuff. CNN, NBC, every news company you could think of was out in front of our building, and people standing there holding boxes, crying, steaming mugs of coffee, still sitting on desk. It was like something I was seeing of a movie.
When was that, LaDonna? Like what year?
Um,
I
that
mean, I think I
was
lived in Texas, but it's always been something going on around here that
I was
um
like, we moved up here 2003, so
oh no, it had to be.
somewhere around 2000, 2001.
Yeah, then I had just gotten here. I had
Mm-hmm.
just transplanted here. Somebody just asked me about the hurricane. That's why my brow is furrowed. The hurricane. My mom was going to be okay in the hurricane, and I was like, "Is there a
Mm-hmm.
hurricane?"
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Well,
yes.
yeah, one of them. There's two. Well, there's three storms, and I think they're talking about at least one of them might track in.
Monday or Tuesday. But yeah,
Yeah,
I remember hearing a lot about that. But you know, when
yeah.
I just moved here, that's like it wasn't happening in my front yard. So I needed to. I When I first moved here, I could find my school where I work and
Mm-hmm.
a Walmart. I got sick and needed to go to the ER and had to call somebody and ask how to get there because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know. And she was like, "I'm coming to get you." But yeah, so when that happened about the same time, I think that I moved to Houston, it was so much. When I first moved to Houston, there was Allison, which was that massive like flood thing. Then Andrea Yates with her kids. That
Yeah.
scarred me forever. And then like two or three other things. And I was like, oh my gosh, where have I moved to? This is going south very
Well, we
quickly.
spent like we knew our jobs were still good, but we didn't know where we were going to end up because they were forcing Enron to sell. They had three pipelines. So I was on and they thought they were being smart by putting Mike and I on separate pipelines. Well, that just created a bigger problem because Duke Energy tried to come in and buy the pipe, and then they started getting sucked in into the. It was basically a perfect storm of events that hit Enron. It,
Mm.
it, it was the weirdest thing, because
That
at
was
the end of the
unfortunate for all
day,
those people that were employed there.
well, and at the end of the day, no matter what a lot of people say, technically nothing was illegal. Were there questionable things going on? Yes. Um, now, there were a couple of people that Jeff Skilling, he's a piece of, you know what, dog crap.
Now, LaDonna.
Uh, Ken Lay, I rode in the elevator with that man several times. Nicest man you could ever meet. I mean, it didn't matter. I was like nobody, and he would take time to talk to me, which I'm like most big CEOs would not be talking to you. He came back. I had to give him credit. He came back to try to salvage the mess, but it just was the perfect storm of events that hit them all at once. And I remember going to Rebecca Mark's house over in the Galleria at Christmas. She did the Christmas parties and she opened her entire house. I mean, people were going through her closets. Yeah. And she was okay with that. And I was like, you're in her closet. What?
Yikes. You're
I
not going
thought,
to get anything except something from the Goodwill if you go through my closet.
well, and
Maybe something from Walmart.
she literally would have like people dressed up as New England carolers walking around.
Oh,
She had
wow.
covered her pool. So there
Yeah,
was a
they do it big down
whole,
there.
it was insane. I'd never seen anything like that. But at the same time, when I worked over there, I was doing their collaboration stuff over there, and I had hired um, this contractor to help me scan the data to bring it in. Well, he didn't fit their aesthetic. And they told me I had to fire him because of how he looked. Because he did
Yikes.
not. And I was just like, what? I said, the guy's over here working his butt off.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he looks like your classic IT nerd. But they were like, oh, we don't want to look at him.
Oh, my goodness. That's ugly.
It's just like, okay.
Oh,
I
hold
just felt
on.
like a
Why?
piece of crap.
LaDonna, hold on before I forget, because I'm going to forget. Why does this comment come up in yellow? On mine, it comes
Oh,
up
because
in
they put a
yellow.
question mark. If they put a question mark, it comes up in yellow to get your
Oh,
attention.
okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you,
So,
but I was like, why is that
yeah,
in yellow?
yeah, to get your
So,
attention.
oh, look how smart that is.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
So, sorry, I'm going to answer this
No,
because I
it's fine.
kept thinking. Spring Antique Mall, it is on the agenda. But again, LaDonna has friends here that she's going to hopefully be able to meet up with, and they're only here for a short period of time. So we're going to get in what we can get in before they have to go. So it is on my agenda. Look, I'll even prove it to you because I had to get my life organized today. I have me a VAMP notebook. Get it? Chicken run. Okay, so I have all my VAMP notes where, think I'm kidding? I got my VAMP notes about onboarding. I went to a shipping chat and then I made a how to list step by step because all of them helped me. When we did the onboarding, I still have to do my live sale onboarding, which I'm going to do on
Yeah.
Wednesday. But that's I had to get that straight because I was trying to hold all that information in my head, and that's not going to work. So
Yeah.
this is the list of stuff that's on the list for when they're here, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no way that we're going to be able to do all of that. Can I meet you there? I'll take the day off. I mean, if we go, absolutely, Christy.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where we're going to be on what day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so LaDonna might go and see her friends. I have a VAMP notebook for our live chat, a VAMP notebook for admin, and a YouTube notebook. I know I'm going to have to do this, Karen, because I have to ask questions, bye. Thank you for
Bye,
coming.
Kim.
I have to, I have a question. I might have a question. Cheryl says she's going to make me a shirt, which I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
I asked that many questions, but I do. I ask a lot of
We were
questions.
just like, you're overthinking it. It's really not that hard. It's
But
out of all.
I've never seen this side. Like when you go live on YouTube, it
Yeah.
can be daunting. I still don't
Yeah.
go directly live on YouTube. I
Mm-hmm.
always go through StreamYard. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable with StreamYard, but I couldn't pick up the phone and go live directly from to YouTube right now. I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah.
And
I've done that before. I think I
some
did that
people
when
never
I,
go through StreamYard.
yeah, I think when I first started my channel, I went just direct live
I
on
think I
VAMP.
tried, and because my phone is new and I have an Android, which we can't use
Mm-hmm.
Android on here, but my laptop, I don't have a laptop, I have a work laptop.
Oh.
And my iPad is older. So I think that I wasn't able to go live. Um, it's not very complicated. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I hear that you're supposed to be able to push a button, but when I tried to do it, it said something about I didn't have something to go live. And I'm always afraid I'm going to push the live button and go live. And I mean, today I was like, LaDonna, she said, I'm going to go live. I said, oh, I can practice and go live with you. I
Mm-hmm.
invited myself. And then I was like, how about I come on to VAMP for the first time looking like a boo hag? I've been working all day in here, but I was like, well, at least I can see what the buttons look like. I see like your little shop
Mm-hmm.
that has 25. So that means you've got 25 things that you brought from your listings over
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah. So, anytime you go live, you can you can handpick your buy it nows.
Okay.
Um, and then also, if I were doing an auction in that 25 count, you would see the auction listings as well.
Okay. So while we were chatting, people could have just gone through
Mm-hmm.
and looked
Mm-hmm.
at your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And I saw you got a Veronica's pick with
Mm-hmm.
your hanky. That's a cute
Mm-hmm.
hanky too.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it was really cute. I'm
I should be
like,
getting my package from LaDonna soon because it tells me that I bought my first thing and it said, um, let's see, it said Bayou Bell, your purchase from Bayou Bell Ventiques was shipped. And
mm-hmm.
it gives me a tracking ability. So I'm super. Well, thanks, Karen. No, I took the day off today to, like I said, get my life organized. And I was packaging and invoicing today before LaDonna came on. So,
Well, you know
um,
what? eBay has started about 2 months ago, I guess. I started getting all kind of notifications. It tells you your package is on the way. It tells you it got delivered, and I'm just like, I want to get those notifications as
can you
the
turn that
seller.
off?
I got to figure out if you can turn it off. But everybody's kind of been commenting about, when did that start?
Well, I did start thinking and start like I made a list and put a mental thought to some things because I okay, so I have a question.
There she goes.
I have a question. So, do I have to have these 10 things listed by Wednesday? It's the first of the month. I haven't even done live onboarding yet. So, okay, Karen says no. I'm going to go with Karen. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say I'm deferring. I'm deferring. I wouldn't think so because that's just not.
well because we had it on the 23rd. Now that's plenty. That's time, but
Yeah.
um, I did start picking some things, and I think I was talking to LaDonna and Cheryl today. We give people time to get things figured. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I have some things that I want to get listed, and now it will just be me sitting down and having a question for LaDonna and Cheryl, but just making sure that that I put it in the right place and write the right things because
Well,
I haven't done eBay in 20 years.
and you can pull up like any of my listings. Like
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, you want to take all like if it's a brooch, front and back, maybe something a little close, and then a picture with the ruler. You know, and then you just want to. You don't have to do an ornate description on it. Um, Now, if you have tracking number, there's not a place in VAMP listing to put a tracking number. So you'll see a lot in mine, you'll see SKU at the bottom, and I just put my tracking
Is
information.
that
So,
for which bucket it is in that um, retail shop you got
yeah,
downstairs?
yeah,
So I don't have that problem.
right.
I don't have that problem. Yeah, we do need to just do a Zoom call. I think just to do
Mm-hmm.
maybe the first one because so I sold on eBay. Like I said, me and my daddy sold, my big daddy and I sold on eBay 20. plus years ago.
Right.
And then when I moved here, we didn't do it anymore because we would do it together. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I haven't done it. Oh, so it has to be 25 years because I've been here since 2000.
Yeah. It's real
So
easy. And the biggest thing
Nikki
is
Moss is
if the
here.
item has any defect, to make sure you put it in the description and take pictures of like the defect. But
Yeah, and I think so. The multicasting thing, LaDonna explained to me that when I went to put my link in my profile, which is how you multicast, right?
mhm.
It was I was like, they're asking me to have access to my Google page, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. And she goes, well, then it can't like shoot the wire through there to do. Well,
Mhm.
I didn't understand that. Um,
Hey
hey,
Nikki.
Nikki Moss, look at me, Nikki Moss. I'm on VAMP.
Mhm.
I'm on
Mhm.
LaDonna's VAMP. I've hijacked her VAMP. But she did a little haul and it was really cute. So now I have questions. So what is the one by your marketplace? What is okay, so the little shop thing is your booth, right? That's what it's kind of called, our booth or our store.
Oh, it's to do a listing. Like if I wanted to do a listing on the fly, you can hit
Oh.
that. Yeah.
And then it's gonna ask, oh Lord, we have to practice that. Maybe when y'all are here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Maybe when y'all are here, I can do
Mhm.
my first live from mine.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because I don't think before then I'm gonna be ready to do that. Which is only what, a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take me that. It's gonna take me that long to figure out how to get a listing.
It's so easy. It's out of all the platforms, I'm going to tell you, District is the easiest platform to
Well, I
work with.
really want to learn how to like. Okay, so they were saying these CEOs or I mean SEOs or whatever, and I'm the one that says what's an SEO. But if they would have said um, like
It's just your keywords
catchwords, yeah,
for search.
I
Yeah.
was like, why are you using such big words? Just say like your catchwords, your trigger words. But it's stuff that you have to know,
Yeah.
and I need to kind of know that because I won't always live in
Mhm.
Texas, right?
Mhm.
And so I don't know what will happen in the next couple of years. I'm going to be moving back home. Probably 2 or 3 years, I'll be moving back home, and so I need to keep all of this stuff going and in a 5-year business
Right.
plan and all that. And, you know, VAMP has been, even when I'm in the chats and stuff, everybody from VAMP and is just so kind and so forgiving. And so
Yes.
lots of help. So,
Yes. And that's the one thing I do like about this platform is compared to another unnamed live selling platform, you don't get the troll type people. Everybody is very genuinely friendly, you know, help you out,
yeah.
whenever you're having problems or help identifying things or just anything. I've not come across anybody saying anything mean or nasty, you
Yeah. I'm
know.
pretty infatuated with the, the chats and stuff right now because
Mhm.
I'm reading back now that I
Mhm.
have been on board and I have access. I'm able to read back, and apparently you can go back and watch.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I went back and watched one, and I went to a shipping one, which was great. Now I was
Mhm.
not there, but
Mhm.
I could hear it. I was not there because I was at work, but I could hear it.
Right.
And I was trying to make notes and that the shipping was really good. Misty was
Mhm.
on there and Mid Century Wasted, Jamie was on there.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
yeah, um, yeah. They were just giving a lot of insight as to what size boxes are the best, where you can get the boxes for the best deals,
Mhm.
stickers and cards. I mean, it was very, very helpful. And that was one of those community chats.
Right.
But I was
Right.
able to get into that because I had already been approved before long
Mhm.
onboarding and I was able to watch it. So lots of good information. Very, very helpful.
Mhm. Mhm.
So. Misty needs to
Yeah.
use this part of y'all's live as a commercial. Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, I don't say anything that's y'all know me. I ain't got no filter, so I'm not about to say something that's not true. Um, but I mean, LaDonna and Cheryl, they have always been very, very helpful. You know, if I don't know what something is, I just go on Marco Polo and be like, LaDonna and Cheryl, what is this? You know, so I can't wait for us to be together, all three of us.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
this will
It's
be
going
our
to be
second
fun.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
We're gonna have to take some really good pictures because if together because Cheryl didn't like one of the pictures and every other picture is us with Santa.
I thought we had some really good pictures.
But then we only have two of us, the three of us
Oh, yeah.
together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two or three. One of them was with Santa. One was in the Christmas house that's on the square,
Mm-hmm.
and one was outside of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. What in Misty's window?
Yeah, well, that's because we got up in the window. Shenan again. That was a really. I'll tell you what, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. That I didn't know these people from a can of paint before we got in the chats and stuff. And oh, I know we could do thrifting in our moo-moos because I have
Yes.
one. So we
Mm-hmm.
could do thrifting in our moo-moos. That would be hysterical. That would be fun. But I didn't know them from a can of paint. And Dolores met them all in the chat, and now I mean I literally just got on a plane and flew to
Yeah.
Indiana and had two strangers pick me up at the airport. Then I stayed with three strangers in the same house. My mom was like, "You're doing what? What are we doing? I thought we were past this. You know, we did this in high school and college. What are we doing?" I'm like, "They're my friends, Mama." She's like, "Baby, I thought we were done with this. You know, you were going to put me in my grave so early."
And Miss Pam was a hoot.
Oh, Lord, Miss Pam had us cracking up.
You
I
know, she
slept with Miss
came
Pam.
when I went to Woodstock, Georgia with my cousins and my aunts. Um, she drove up and spent a night with us. And you would have thought she had known my family forever. She just fit right in.
Just sitting there yipping and yapping. Yeah. She was a hoot. I'm one of the few people that can say I slept with Miss Pam. Probably Gabrielle Lish, you know, and me. I mean, we were a hoot. But
Mm-hmm.
we probably didn't stay in that Dabburn Airbnb. We probably didn't stay in there total for all 4 days that we were there. Maybe 12 hours
Yeah.
or 20 hours, maybe.
Just asleep, and we
We
were.
slept and got dressed and left again. It
Mm-hmm.
was too much fun. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
met Nikki there.
Mm-hmm.
At Willie, we met Michelle. I mean
Mm-hmm.
that because the one with Fat Birds, that was really fun in the
I made
hotel.
Beth stay up. Beth was sitting over there going, "It's past my bedtime." I'm like, "We ain't going. We ain't leaving. You're
Girl,
fine."
you know Grandmama's in the bed because
But I think you are glad you stayed
oh
though,
yeah.
because that was a lot of fun. Now we were as tired as crap.
And I didn't have to drive back. All I had to do was get dropped off at the airport and I slept all the way home. They had to drive how many hours? 11?
No, I think it was about a 9 hour drive.
How long is it here? 14?
Yeah.
Girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It'll be
And you
good.
okay.
It'll be good. We're
I
gonna leave at the butt crack of dawn though.
Cheryl, do you hear that? Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl better be ready. Cheryl will be sleeping by the door with her bags.
With all of her stuff. She'd be ready though. She'll be ready. She's up for anything. She'll go. That's why we're like, well, Cheryl, what do you think? I'm a super planner, like type A. I got the OCD and touch of autism, my mama says, only because I master that's my degree is in behavioral studies and
Yeah,
specialty.
Cheryl brought
At least this time I don't need to bring my extra locks. No, girlfriend, I got plenty of locks. Cheryl brought so what was that she brought? She goes, "Oh, don't worry. It's it was some kind of lock that she brought." And I was like, "Did she just whip out her own lock for the door?" Never met the girl before in my life, and she's whipping out some kind of anti-burglar device. It was too much. Oh yes. Also, she put her cane back. I was like, "What are we gonna do with that?" At 20 minutes, we weren't in the house. 20 minutes, and she rolls out this thing. She's like, "I got my lock, and we'll put my cane right here." And she was like, "Which bedroom is everybody sleeping in?" And I was like, "I don't care." And so she goes, "Well, I'll sleep in the middle. I don't want to sleep by the door." And I was like, "Look, I don't sleep anyway."
So
So
I was at the back door.
she was at the back door. I wouldn't have been back there, LaDonna. It was dark. It was dark as sin back there. Remember, y'all were like, "Is this the house?" And I was like, "Well, let's get out." No, Cheryl goes, "Well, let's get out and see." I'm like, "Absolutely not."
We were trying to figure out where to park. We were going to park in the neighbor's driveway because
it had that detachable carport, and I felt sure they were just going to let us whip on it there. Cheryl goes, "Well, we'll just get out." "Absolutely not. Do you see there's not a street light? It's in the front of the house, not the back of the house." "You don't have to worry about that, Cheryl. I got lights everywhere. I got a street light."
Yeah. Cheryl got mad.
Oh yeah, there's LaDonna. Cheryl, I said, "LaDonna, do you know that?" She goes, "Yeah, the code is." She just screams out in the neighborhood at 11 o'clock at night. "The code to the door is." I was like, "Shut your face! Stop yelling to the neighbors what our code is." Oh, that was the first hour. Nobody had eaten. And then they're like, "Oh, we're going to DoorDash." I was like, "What's that?" They turned and looked at me like, "What?" I go, "I've never DoorDashed anything in my life."
Beth was cranky at that point because she was hangry.
"Just get me a BLT sandwich and some sweet tea for the love of God. Just make it happen." It was a good time. It was a good time, y'all.
And I think I would drive home with a whole bag of tea too. Remember?
Oh yeah, we had all that stuff, but we don't have to do that this time. They're just going to stay here.
Yeah.
No, I don't DoorDash. There's enough people handling my food, and then you gonna let some stranger put it in your car.
Nikki, it was hilarious. And then you add Miss Pam to the mix.
And then Pamela shows up.
Oh my God.
Did she come to the house, or did we meet her? I think
she came to the house. I think Lamar dropped her off.
Yeah. So Lamar and Miss Pamela show up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know them either. I admit that I didn't know them from a can of paint, but it's okay. It all worked out. And then we went to a hotel where a bunch of people, where we just hung out with a bunch of people in our pajamas.
But it was so much fun. It was like being around a group of friends that you hadn't seen in years.
Gosh, that was too funny.
We all talk to each other, in the chat. So,
and it all started because I said, "LaDonna," I sent her an Instagram message, didn't know her from a kind, but "I think I'm gonna. Are you interested in going? Because I think I might want to go. Maybe we should go together." And the rest is history. It's a reseller fraternity.
Yeah, you should have seen us trying to get Beth back to the airport. Oh my word!
All we did was a loop-de-loop for like 4,700 minutes.
There was so much construction, you could not get off the interstate where you needed to go. I was like, I see the exit. I can't.
You couldn't get to the exit.
No. It was. And then Beth started to panic.
If I miss, all I kept saying was, "Well, if I miss my flight, it's, if I miss my flight."
And Beth was just packed in that back with it like a sardine because we had so much stuff we had bought.
I kept saying, "Well, this is my bag." And then LaDonna, I was like, "Well, where did all that?" LaDonna said, "This is mine. This side is Cheryl's." So I was like, "I'll just hold my suitcase. It's fine." It's fine. Everything's fine. Then we added Pamela, Miss Pamela to it, and her little suitcase and her little 2 bags. And I was like, Miss Pamela, just hold your bags in your suitcase. There's not enough room for us.
Actually, I think that day we had to tell her to call Lamar because there was no way I could get her in the car.
He had to come pick her up because there was no way that everything that y'all bought and me and my little suitcase and Miss Pamela and her little suitcase were
Mm-hmm.
going to fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But good
Mm-hmm.
times. Good
It
times.
was. We had a really good time. We
It
had
has
a
to be
really,
sorority. It can't be fraternity.
yeah.
But she's a mess. Well, this has been so
Right.
much fun, LaDonna.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you
Oh
just
God.
jumped right in. You just got to do it, Beth. You just got
Right.
to do it.
Just that y'all, that was LaDonna's. What? Oh, no, Cheryl, don't you tell no story now.
Right? Yeah.
You had some stuff too. Oh, is she really? That's
Oh,
fun.
yes.
Heather
Yeah.
Elizabeth loves to travel too. She goes
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
told Miss Pamela I'm gonna come see her one day, and she said, "Well, baby, you come on." And I just can't get up there. Every summer
Mm-hmm.
something happens, and then October we decided we
Well,
were going to
Mama
do
and
this
I
girl
kept
trip.
saying we are going to do the longest yard sale because my cousin's husband, they have an antique store. They have two shops down in oh gosh, I can't think of the name. Mexico Beach, but it's in Florida. It's the Alabama, Florida area. But they have two stores now down there. And Gary Wayne would just take the van in a U-Haul and he would just load it with stuff. It was crazy. So he knows where all the deals were. So Mom and I have always said for years we were going to do it, and I told Miss Pam, I said one day we're all going to meet up and
Yeah, she'll
we're going to
go.
just go
Miss
do
Pam
it.
will go. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's super sweet. Yeah, I had to laugh because, you know, we were just going and blowing and going and blowing. And
Mm-hmm.
we've been in a store and we are, filming we're all, me and LaDonna are filming here and there. I filmed the most. And because I didn't know if I was ever going to get to do anything fun again. So I was just like, let's just film everything. And I was like, what happened to where's Cheryl? Cheryl's so quiet. I was like, I look back there. Cheryl's got her little thing of jewelry. She bought a bag of jewelry, and y'all, she didn't say peep to a mouse for an hour. We were in the car. We would have to say, Cheryl, y'all right? And then she go, I found these earrings. She was so quiet. I said, now, if Cheryl gets bored, just have you. It's like me. You got to have a snack. Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to have a snack. Me, you can throw like some crackers at me and some water, and I'm good. Cheryl, you just throw her a little bag of wound up jewelry and shiny things, and she's good to go.
Well,
She
it's like
says,
we were in that 50% off sale, and I every time I come across it, I'm like, okay, now Charlotte, we're gonna have to go up here. We're gonna have to go.
yeah, but I think one time you said we gotta go, we gotta go. Cheryl was Marco Polo and said, I'm done. I'm still here. LaDonna's there. She said she had one box and a big frame. Oh, that marriage certificate was beautiful.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I
know
think
about
she had about 3 bags though.
yeah. Well, I mean, she had to have one suitcase for all her door locks. Wait, door locks, glue. Cheryl, what else did you have? Door locks, glue. It was just some of the most randomest stuff. But you were like, you know what? We probably might need that. We said, oh, clippers. What was all in that bag of
She
hers?
had everything, anything you could possibly
Fingernail
need.
file. Yeah.
She had extra hair.
I didn't know that you could do hair like that. I was like, yeah, it was her Mary Poppins bag. And I was like, she said, oh, I got to put my hair in. I said, your hair in? Like, in what, honey? Like, what? And she already has long hair. And then she put these extra things in there, matched like you would not believe.
Well, it's like Heather. You don't see her anymore without her little clip-in hair.
I didn't know you could clip in hair. I mean, my mama had a comb a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
She would
Mm-hmm.
pull it up and put a comb, but that's because she didn't have hair. Look, Ladonna, Cheryl's got hair. She's got long, pretty hair.
I know. I know.
She
Mm-hmm.
said, I got to put my hair in. I was like,
I think they snapped in, didn't they, Cheryl?
they
Like
either
they little
snap or
snapping.
comb or something.
Yeah.
I learned from
Mm-hmm.
when the girls did dance. Oh,
Yeah.
her gadgets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I mean, you're lucky if I brush mine. I take a shower and go like this, and then I said, "Oh, look, Ladonna, hold on. I brushed my hair with my fingers. Okay, we're good to go." I can't do all that. I mean, she looked like $1,000,000, but she would look
Mm-hmm.
like $1,000,000 without that. So
Mm-hmm.
why go through
Mm-hmm.
all the trouble, Cheryl? Oh, because she was meeting Santa that day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What it was.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
well, we got to
All
go
right.
because we could sit here and jib and jab all day long.
Oh yeah, we gotta have our snacks and drinks for fat birds. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
awake. We can
know.
do it.
We
All
can keep
right.
you up all week. You thought
Oh
about that, Beth?
Lord. Well, thank you for letting me crash your little party, LaDonna.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you,
Cheryl, you're gonna have to do
everybody.
one and let me crash yours too now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me, y'all. Y'all stay
Okay.
pretty. Be sweet.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.